Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelvin Otis Black. As you all know, I am the president of Masters Football Club of Georgia, and I am the boss of the Masters Players Transfer Agency. We all know that we are located in Georgia. Georgia is a Europe country very close to Turkey. We have a training center, a workshop. A workshop is a place where you bring your cars that are having problem, you bring it to the engineer and they fix it and the car starts working very good. A workshop is a place where you bring an accident car that is totally damaged, and after putting the car into the engineer workshop, after some couple of 1 month or so, when they bring out the car out, you can't ever believe that that car is an accident car. I don't know how to translate what I'm doing in Georgia in a better way than calling it a football workshop. We work in a different way you can't find anywhere in the world as a football agent. This is not the Masters Football Club that is playing league. This is a football agency, and you can't find any agency in Europe that is doing what I am doing. It cost me a lot of money to put this project in place for the past 14 years. It cost me a lot of money to pay for stadium. It cost me a lot of money to pay for accommodation where the players are sleeping. It cost me a lot of money to feed FT men like this. It cost me a lot of money to pay for the bills that the players are sleeping in the house and a lot of things. It cost me a lot of money to pay the coach that are always working with me on this project for the past 14 years. And now, what am I doing? A workshop where we bring players from the airport, from different countries. We do their visas and arrive in Georgia, and we have to bring them to the camp, give them the place to sleep, and the next day bring them to the workshop where we are going to work on them for at least 2 to 3 weeks before we can bring them out for sale. Now, after doing this, a player will go to the trial after 3 weeks of an intensive training. We must make sure that his fitness is up to 90%. We must make sure that he acclimatizes the weather very good, because your country where you are coming from is not using the same weather as Georgia. So we must make sure that we give him all that amenities at the end of the day before we sell. So a player can go for a trial after our preparation. He can still fail the trials and no cause for alarm. He has to return back to the camp. Nobody can send the player out of the country or deport the player except I say so. Now the player has to return back to the camp. He has to return back to the training. After a couple of 1 week or 5 days or 6 days, we have to send him to another trial. We can even take a player to up to 3 or 4 trials before the player will pick up the contract. So what we're doing here costs us time and money and everything, effort, to make sure that we see players succeed in Georgia. Thank you very much. Keep following what we are doing in Georgia, and you will not regret coming to us. Let's go, move it. Let's go.